No Date, No Signature is an Iranian drama film from 2017 directed by Vahid Jalilvand. It was selected as Iran's entry for Best Foreign Language Film in the 91st Academy Awards. The forensic pathologist, Dr. Nariman, played by Amir Aghaei, has a car accident with a motorcyclist and injures his 8-year-old son. He offers to take the child to the clinic nearby, but the father refuses his help and his money. A few days after, in the hospital where he works, Dr. Nariman finds out that the little boy has been brought for an autopsy after a suspicious death. Dr. Nariman is facing a dilemma. Is he responsible for the child's death due to the car accident, or the child died of food poisoning according to other doctors' diagnosis?
یارو داره دیوونه میشه فکر می‌کنه بچه‌شو کشته.
مگه نکشته؟
To me, the movie explores our inability to immediately respond to moral wrongs that we might have committed and immediately acknowledge them. To sort of repel the idea of owning up to our mistakes and not acknowledge the wrongs that we might have done in the process. Our evolutionary biology has sort of wired this into us to raise our defenses against any threat. One of the questions that the movie asks is, even though we may eventually own up to our faults, does the time that one took to own up also make a person deserve some kind of scrutiny? Since a morally upright person's conscience would immediately allow him to own up. The movie slowly unfolds its several layers, periodically, leaving the audience at their toes every time an important facet about the case is unfolded. I don't know if it's just a coincidence, but I find it to be a peculiar characteristic of many Iranian films, to sort of keep its viewers on the edge by creating an excruciatingly difficult moral conundrum wherein you are forced to take a side of one of the parties and may find yourself passing judgment on the characters of the movie, only constantly being forced to change our own view by putting ourselves in the shoes of the characters of the movie. In this movie, we go through a similar paradox of choice, as we humans find it difficult to withhold our judgment on anything while being influenced by our own cognitive bias based on looks of a character, body language, tone of voice, racial or socioeconomic setting. For more on this, check out the book called Talking to Strangers by Malcolm Gladwell, after writing which he has actually stopped interviewing people face to face due to the fear of human bias influencing the judgment of a person's talent and ability. He says it in an interview.
That I have been much too quick to judge people. So, for example, I no longer believe in face-to-face job interviews. And when I hired my last assistant, I hired her over the phone. I didn't want to meet her. I thought it was too dangerous to meet her.
Because what did you fear?
Because what can you tell? You meet somebody for half an hour and you decide whether you want to work with them every day for the next. What can you tell from half an hour of a face-to-face encounter? Everything that I would have gathered from the face-to-face portion is irrelevant to the task of what it takes to be my assistant, right? I would have learned how she dressed, whether she was attractive, whether she was tall or short. Do any of those things matter? None of them matter, right? What matters? What matters is she intelligent, conscientious? Does she show, honest? Is, kind? Can you tell any of those four things from meeting someone in 20 minutes face to face? No.
For me, the movie slowly unravels the faults and hidden flaws of us human beings, who at the outside sort of seem like exemplary members of our society. These are people from whom we can expect the highest moral integrity. But we forget the fact, at the end of the day, they are humans with their inherent humanity. The movie flirts with the idea that people, no matter how good they are, can be sucked into moral mischiefs for seemingly petty issues, just like trying to save your ass by giving a little bribe to a cop or the passerby, if in case you haven't had insurance or your insurance expired. This movie is slow. It unfolds itself gradually over time, layer by layer. It does not try extremely hard to please the audience using flashy, spicy music. It does not try cheap scares in order to keep your attention. It lets the camera do the talking. I urge you guys to start watching more of these foreign films, especially some of these Iranian films, and I'm pretty sure you'll find just an ocean of beautifully crafted artistic images that you will cherish. Some of these movies slowly open up my own mind towards different possibilities in life, and it's the job of a director to make you think and question. And if he has been able to do that at the end of the film, and you're not very clear about what your moral stance is, I think then the director has succeeded. I'll be putting up more of these movie reviews from some of my favorite movies, and I would love it if you guys can stay in touch. So as usual, subscribe and let's do this together. I would like it.